Good motherfucking morning.
Don't good morning me.
What are you gonna do about it?
A strongly worded letter.
To who? My manager?
Probably. Is your manager your mom?
My manager advised me to tell you to go fuck yourself.
Oh, well, that changes everything. Okay. Okay. Today I want to jump quicker. But, hold on. I read a thing earlier in the chat. One, thrown in from Crawling Chaos before we started. He was saying any takes on how long it'll be before he's back on Twitter. Uh, it probably won't be long. They I don't know. Fuckers can't help but be on Twitter. But there was another thing. Uh, the guy in waiting said he wanted to announce something. I don't know what it is.
This can't be good.
Probably not. He could be pregnant. You don't know. Don't shit on his special day.
Alright. So, is this going to be a gender reveal?
I don't have enough fireworks or explosives, so sorry, no.
Oh.
Tonka
Really?
was right. It's not
You
gonna be
decided
pleasant,
to
though.
throw a gender reveal and you didn't even bring fireworks?
You guys had a fire barrel just right there. I figured we can just kick it over.
Just leave the internet again.
But
Wow.
I'm not gonna be here for long. I just wanted to say that just to it's to a very specific type of people that watch this show. Um, don't join my server just to dox other people you do not like from this show. If you don't like people from like over here, like I don't care if you join. If you want to shit talk, each other, I don't care. Just don't do the weak shit and just like immediately start doxing people because you got nothing else better to say. You have only weak shit to toss out there. That's what just why I wanted to point out. Like I didn't make a social media Discord. So there's no reason for you guys to try to go nuclear in it just from the get go. And today, somebody joined to post somebody named Sisu's docs, and they got immediately ejected. So just don't do
Yeah,
that shit. Just please.
that's not Sisu's docs.
I just don't care and don't know if that's the thing you want to try to do when you join. Just don't fucking do it. Like that's gonna get you immediately yeeted.
I don't think they really know how to do things like a normal person would. So, like anybody who you would have to make that kind of announcement to, you probably a waste of breath. They're an idiot.
Yeah.
But yeah, fair play to you to say it.
I just figured it's probably more responsible just to say it than just not say it because some people will just, have no clear stance against doxing or anything of a similar nature. And to me, those people are kind of just or they're not even kind of, they are just ass cowardly. And
It's more of the trick that people will do. They will say that it's the dox of somebody who you don't like. Therefore, you might tell somebody and it will spread around the dox of somebody who is not that person.
Yeah. They're trying to be
That's
super
always the
smart,
goal.
but, nobody over here would spread any of their doxes if we did come across them. Because we're
yeah,
not pieces of shit, and also we have better things to do with our lives than look into your personal life.
yeah, that announcement was just directly to the people that hate watch. Like, I I've been in this server for a while now. I've left it a few times, just but like, there's never been like a situation where I've seen there's been any doxing or anything of a similar nature. So it's clearly not to the people like that just watch the show and that just in the server. It's to a very specific type of people. Tonka might be right. It might just be a waste of breath, but I figure it's just more responsible to say it rather than not say it and just have a vague like sense of what's okay and what's not okay. Doxing's just not okay.
See, and I think you've only been back around for like what, 24 hours, and somebody's already on your nerve.
I mean, it was very quick to deal with, and luckily I don't have many people in my server. It's just that, I
Well, yeah, there's that. It's just like within 24 hours. All right, for the past short period of time, Akujin has been enjoying collecting small proofs of people who will swear they don't watch that definitely watch. And that's kind of another one. You've been around for 5 minutes. It's so dumb.
It's fine. If they want to come, sling shit at me, by all means, go right ahead. Just don't do like shit like that. If they want to come in and shit talk other people, I don't care. Just don't do that kind of vile shit. I'll let the people know that they're shit talking if they're not there, so they can come in and shit talk back if they want to. But that's just about it. Like, I just don't know what else to say upon the matter. Just don't be a weak bitch.
You're on the internet. There's not going to
Yeah.
be much you can do about that.
Yeah, part of the 99%, I know.
Just like for someone to search out your server, find it, to dox somebody, speaks volume.
Yeah, Akujin,
That takes a desperate, weak person.
Yeah, Akujin gave me some more context about the matter. It wasn't a legit dox, but if they come in and post a picture of somebody and say it's a dox, I'm just gonna treat it like a dox.
That's one way to go. If they're going to say it is, well, yeah, you can go along with it.
Yeah.
And be like, yeah, fuck off. But there are people who will try to I don't know, try to slip shit by you, and then they'll try to fucking take a picture of me see, nobody cares. They're just I don't know. There are so many weird tricks people will pull to try to get people in trouble, which is funny, considering one of the things we were going to talk about is Dr. Herb got kicked out of a Discord server. The Bowblax Discord server, actually.
No way.
All right. Yeah, he was kicked out of that server. Do
They
you want to know
can't get
why he
rid
was
of the
kicked out of that
people.
server?
Does that have something to do with the title?
Yeah. He let everybody know, hey, there are people in here who are going to dox somebody's parents. The way they rectified that situation, not getting rid of the people who did it. It has been confirmed they are still there. Dr. Herb had to go. That's who they got rid of.
Very tactical play.
A hell of a play. That's a thing that happened, though. Plays interestingly into what you were talking about, where somebody does the thing, and hey, that's not okay. That person got kicked out of the server. The people who did the thing that was not okay, they're still around. Which is fine. You can do whatever you want with whatever you want. But not a very good precedent to set. I mean, he caught somebody breaking the rules pretty blatantly.
I think
let them know about it.
I think it's a fine counter. It makes a great counter case to the, oh yeah, it's a public server. We can't do anything. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Oh, fuck off! You can't do anything. As soon as Herb said something, then you could do something. You magically gained the ability to moderate the server. As soon as Herb
all
said,
of a sudden,
fucking, this is bullshit. As soon as he said, oh, somebody over here's doxing, then all of a sudden you magically found the ban button and the kick button.
And you used it on that guy.
Yes.
So,
it was a practice shot.
It was a practice shot.
If this doesn't say we're totally okay with what's going on, I don't know what is.
It's always about who it is.
I have literally 10 people in my server, and it's better managed.
Well, their argument is that it's easier to manage 10 people. It's harder to manage, all those other people. But if you look in their server, there's not a lot there.
There's literally a search button. It dumbs it down to one person if you type it out.
But there's not even that much being posted. Not that hard to moderate. People have shown, I don't know. Godar Bazaar threw in and said, these guys avoid common sense like a disease. Yeah, but yeah. Dude, it's fucking... It sends a pretty clear and bleak message. Don't report anything to them. Don't let them know. You'll get banned. You'll get in trouble.
I'm scared to see what happens when people start posting CP again.
Oh, no. That could get rough. See, that's been a whole big
You
thing
should have
over
followed that link. It was a flower. You don't get it.
It's a
Just a
different
beautiful bouquet.
situation.
And the fact that there's more than one situation is bad enough.
It's what happens. It's more than one person. That's the pain in the ass, okay? Big pain in the ass. But I don't know. Fucking fools. I was dragging leader down and he fucking left. Anytime I try to do this with anybody, it fucking they leave the chat. Like, is my fucking mouse, is that killing people when I click them?
I don't know. You should try dragging leader in again.
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
He made it this time.
Hi, leader.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh God, why do you sound like that?
I don't know. I was just mimicking Akujin as best I could. Elongating my highs.
It was sexy. 10 out of 10.
Okay, leader. So
Sexy.
the hot take.
Oh, and the hot take? I haven't got one yet. Give it a little bit of time and we'll get
Oh, we'll
it.
fucking
was
stick that
kicked out of a
motherfucker in the
server.
microwave and put it on high.
You motherfucker. I said a thing. Herb was kicked out of the Discord server for reporting that somebody was going to dox somebody else's parents.
Leader,
No
just play-
take on that.
Leader,
The
just
people
play
who were going to do it, they didn't get kicked out. Herb got kicked.
Leader, just play
My
Angel's Advocate and just say doxing's good, okay?
I may be jumping in a little bit blind. I saw you guys were live and I jumped in the channel. And then
Look
I
at
haven't seen the first 10 minutes yet. But they shouldn't have kicked fucking her. It's fucking horrible. Herb's a good guy. Fuck them.
Well, no,
Yeah,
if you
the
want to
fucking
kick Herb, go ahead and kick Herb. What the fuck ever. But how you going to kick him when he's the one who told you about the fucking shit that was against the rules happening? That seems fucked. And yes, the people who are going to dox parents still in the server.
Seems like they don't really. I don't know. Maybe their rules just don't matter to them as much as they say they do.
It's almost
coming in here
like
and
that,
lying.
isn't it?
No shit. Okay.
Always rely on
Godar
leader.
threw in and said, these losers made a living railing against doxing and CP, but surround themselves with doxers and creeps. Accurate. That happens. Way too often. There's always some kind of weird fuckery going on. But, you turn a blind eye to it enough and you say you didn't see it, and then you can just kick Herb out for mentioning it.
As far as those doxers and stuff go, we can't actually moderate a server. There's hundreds of people here. Oh, look, it's Herb, 1 in 1,000. We'll find him and get rid of him.
Listen, all right. Here's a hot take for you. It is Bowblax's server. I know fucking Augie deleted his server because he didn't want to deal with this shit, and I don't know what standard I'm supposed to hold Bowblax to. I don't know if there is any standards at all there.
It's his server, but like Herb was warning the mods and Bowblax of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's Bowblax. It's the guy who came up to what is it? He came up, said it wasn't stealing while all his friends were saying it wasn't stealing. He said it was.
No matter,
and then he still wouldn't take it down, even though it was stealing.
No matter how stupid a person might be, you hold them to the same standards as somebody that doesn't lick the outlet. Like,
can't be going around treating them like they're stupid.
At least hold them to the standard that they hold other people to. What do you think would happen if that shit was happening over here in our server?
They're not even doxing people. They're doxing people's parents.
Yeah.
You know, that thing they accuse us of doing because we watch a YouTube video that they link to us.
Sure, but Bowblax is a piece of shit, though. He doesn't give a shit. I believe this is his server, and I just don't. I can see him doing this. What do you want? What do you want me to say? It's like this is something, Oh, look, I like this guy. Fuck her. Toss him out. That sounds like something Bowblax would do. What standards am I supposed to hold Bowblax to? He sung a song about the N-word and and stuff online, and he's done everything. There was that fucking thing, the child porn thing, where it's supposed to report that to the police, but made a whole bunch of videos on it. What are you supposed to hold Bowblax to? What standard?
As them all.
Got to hold them to something. Ish.
Honestly, that line of thinking is kind of dumb. It's like the more like bad things somebody does is like, I mean, look at how many bad things they've done. I mean, why should we talk about the next bad thing? That's kind of what that line of thinking leads to.
It's not. No, it's not. It's.
That's what most people do with fucking like Ralph.
Yeah.
And a couple of those is like they're a piece of shit. We expect nothing. He's a scumbag. We don't even care.
Doesn't mean you get a pass for it.
Exactly.
I'm not giving anyone a pass, but I mean, it's Bowblax. What do you like? I don't know. I don't know. It's. I don't know, man. It just seems like this doesn't seem very much outside the expected parameters of something. So,
No, but that doesn't mean that you give it a pass. I mean, having something to be expected is, that's just being aware. But you don't just go, boys will be boys, Bowblax will be Bowblax.
But I'm not, though. I said he was a piece of shit before. I said he's.
I'm not saying you're
like...
saying that. I'm saying that I'm saying that. I'm adding transformative content to you're saying.
Oh
you're just gonna re-upload that.
I'm putting a border around it, making it look pretty. You're welcome.
Filter.
Make sure you get the super follows.
Ralph was having a bitch fit about the super follow thing. He was like, that they're not gonna let me use it. He was like, oh yeah.
People on this side of the internet.
Yeah, fuck your side of the internet. Fuck you.
Listen, I want my fellow Nazi followers to be able to give me super chats, so this is fucked up.
Look, I've been kicked off of YouTube. I have a check mark over here. Let people pay me money.
Guys,
I think that's all that's kept his check mark on him is that he doesn't make money there. If they find out he makes money off of Twitter, no, that's not gonna. He'll be gone very soon. Ralph doesn't get it. Or I think Ralph does get it.
Oh, he gets it.
He's gonna try to do it anyway.
Yeah, you know he's gonna try to. He
He's gonna
says as
try.
much. Once people like me start to use this, which I absolutely will, lol.
Yeah, that's when your check mark goes, and then you go. You will be gone. Please use it. Please do this, Ralph. This is gonna be great. When you see Ralph lose his Twitter, that's when you're gonna see him lose his fucking mind.
I don't even think he'd have to lose his Twitter, just that check mark.
That seems pretty true. I can see that. Krubu threw into it and said, "You never see Crow and Chosen in a VC together." That's weird. And High Island.
I'm not saying we're not the same person, or we are, but
Okay. So. Okay. Do you guys think Gator's gonna sit him down and tell him to please not do this?
the person that was posting doxes in my server was claiming to be Gator.
It's
not
definitely
Gator.
not Gator.
It's definitely not Gator.
We know who it is, though. If they're claiming to be Gator, then yeah, it'd be easy to pick out who it is. These are really dumb people who don't realize how easy it is to fucking just piss off.
They think that they're slick.
You know how when like fucking Bowblax does his shit, he thinks he's very slick. It's not because he's smart. It isn't because he's slick. It's because he's really fucking dumb and is that useless of a person that he has convinced himself that, nah, I'm not dumb. I'm slick and I have plans. It's like, alright. Cool. And that's kind of what you get whenever you, I don't know, go look at the Bowblax beta channel. Go look at fucking, type in Augie's fucking Twitter right now. Look at what they did by throwing Herb out upon Herb letting everybody know, hey guys, they're doxing people's parents over here. And they're like, yeah, okay, good point. Let's get rid of the guy who told us about that. So, yeah. Kind of seems par for the course to just watch people make really dumb fucking decisions over and over, and then everybody will tell you, nah, that's normal, but you don't like them, so you're a piece of shit. And it's, oh, I didn't expect that. And then people just eventually they'll let it go because they don't want to get ratioed on videos. They don't want people to come and bitch at their tweets. They all want these people to piss off. They all want these people to get their shit together. They all want these people to fuck off. But nobody wants to take any heat. I think that's the big thing that's, I don't know, it's been a difference between everybody over here versus a lot of people everywhere else, because people everywhere, they don't want to take any heat. And that has come to include the people who will bitch at people for not taking any heat. First thing when Diorio gets in any shit, private account. First thing when anybody gets in any shit, they private their account. Now we just got to the point. Augie straight up deleted his fucking account. Now he said he did it because he objects to a bunch of Twitter stuff, blah, 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 whatever.
No, he doesn't.
Well, I mean, maybe he does. I'm sure he objects to Twitter rules. I'm sure there are some out there he doesn't like. I'm positive of it even.
Yeah, I'm sure he also objects to people remembering what he says on Twitter.
Yeah. However, I think that will be the biggest issue, what you just mentioned there. The biggest problem that he has with Twitter is his tweets. He makes really dumb tweets. He says really dumb shit. So, according to him, he just objects to Twitter practices, all that shit, whatever. But in reality, he quit Twitter for a much more obvious reason. Now, you can look at his last tweets and kind of get a feel for something happened. You'll see a reply from someone to him where the tweet is missing. But the woman is saying to him, "She's pregnant, you piece of shit," or "you idiot," or something. Huh, I wonder what that is. That was kind of the last thing that happened. Well, as is par for the course, some people may have kept up with his tweet. They might have done that thing, thing where people just they pull out the snipping tool, go down to the old taskbar, just pin that on there. Put that in the old Twitter. Send the old picture out. Let everybody know what happened. Because you can always have your narrative. Nick loves to talk about that. You can have any narrative you want. You can tell whatever story you want to tell. But when he did this, ditched it, put out his narrative, what he didn't do was take into account how many people had probably screenshotted that and were going to put it on Twitter so that everybody knew. And that's exactly what they did. They took that route. And now everybody knows why he left. If they want to know. I mean, you can always go with what he said. And that's the wild thing, is that there are people who will go with what he said. Okay. That's what you want to do. But it seems pretty obvious by how this last tweet was going. I think I know why he left. I don't know. Akujin. Well, what is this? Oh, that's Nick, of course, getting his obligatory I disavow out of the way because it's a magic word. I hate that these people use any old phrases from like the show and shit and think that they mean like real things. I don't know. It's weird. But they think if you can say I disavow, then you're out of everything free. And it's like, dude, what do you even bother? Okay. Yeah, looks like that's what happened. What is that there on the screen? That seems to be what happened.
And this isn't the first time, but yeah, that is exactly what happened. And apparently, this woman is pregnant.
Pregnant, yeah.
Yeah. This is
He
somebody
called
that
a pregnant woman with a lot of clout an overweight whore.
It's not a good look for Augie, I can say that. I don't know what would compel him to do something as stupid as that.
Well, if you have a look here, it started out he was trying to get this person to engage with them. And it seems like they didn't want to. They didn't want to really engage with him, like, in the way that he wanted. So, yeah, this person said back, yeah, I don't think I'm interested in having much interaction with you, Sir Edgelord.
That's what they said to him? Or is that your interpretation of what they said to him?
Well, it may not be
Okay, fine.
verbatim, but it's
Okay,
an approximation.
Sir Edgelord was just a weird thing to say. Okay. Alright. Help for the Go Listener said, does anyone want to bet Augie's mom finally pulled him off Twitter? I think it was him for getting too much shit. But maybe one of his parents, I don't know. Lock him in that closet.
The parents were going to do something about him and the shit he said on Twitter. They would have done it before now. This was him.
I like to believe.
And it was him doing shit like this. This chick is going at him, calling him a racist, misogynist, yada yada yada. And Nick comes in with, the politician take. And then Augie comes in like a wrecking ball, trying to Donald Trump this.
No.
Hey, that's gonna...
Wow.
Yeah, he's helping.
What a fucking mark.
I'm helping.
Okay, hold on.
I
Of
think
course Alex isn't here, but I was gonna get Alex to read Diorio. Fucking.
I would like to believe that Augie realized that he's just coming off like he talks about, when I hear him, he talks about, he doesn't, how he thinks that people are losers who spend all their life online and shit like that. Maybe he just realized that this is, keyboard warrior tier shit. This isn't impressing anyone.
You there,
This
Craxus?
is exactly.
Craxus.
Huh?
You there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You be Chloe.
God damn it.
Who's
I'll be
Chloe?
Nick.
I won't be Nick. I want Chloe to
And-
be Chloe.
Fucking...
Oh, is her name Chloe?
I don't know. It says CEO,
Okay.
Oh, it's
but
Paige.
my head just says Chloe. I don't know why.
It's
Paige.
Paige. Yeah.
Okay. Fine.
And
Akujin.
lady, you be Augie.
Akujin. Hold
What?
on. Akujin. You be that Chloe person and use your lady voice.
Which one?
Let your lady voice that everybody likes.
Alright, fine. I'll be
And-
Chloe and Nick.
Well, Crow wanted to be Nick.
Oh, did he?
expressed that. He said I wanted to be Nick. Yeah. Let him be
Alright,
Nick.
I can
alright.
try to do the Sonic voice.
Yeah, he wanted to be Nick. Let him be Nick. Leader, you can be Augie.
Okay.
You know, come in with the clutch with a great performance for Augie and just, steal the show if you can. Also, Dr. Herb said those screenshots were from early December when Augie first tangled with her. Oh, this is from when they first had a back and forth. Slacker
Yes.
through two and say game over. The fucking hippo. I like him. Okay. I'm ready.
You know who's most scared about being called a racist? Racist people! They first in line with the "How am I?" Oh, please. Misogyny commentary Twitter is back at it again!
Yeah, lol. I'm sure anyone who doesn't deserve to have a problem with minorities or women would be happy to be labeled as a racist or misogynist by a 500,000 subscriber YouTuber facelessly It's always fun to be slandered by a guy who is deeply disturbed by people said he can't take criticism.
Nick, this fat slut has an OnlyFans to run. She doesn't have the time to back up her bullshit. Leave her alone, man.
All right, I'm not co-signing that. I think she's off by a mile here, but I've respected work she's done in the past, and she's been pretty cool to me, so I'm not going to start throwing that kind of stuff at her.
She called me racist and then ran away when confronted. I could give a fuck at this point.
Augie, you call people all kinds of shit and then run away when they confront you about it. This is where Augie becomes an obnoxious twerp. Okay, like yesterday we pointed out how he did something that he made sense. It was good shit. Today, the opposite. This is where he shows us how much of an obnoxious fucking twerp he really is. Fucking hateable behavior. Bitching and moaning about shit that we have all laid eyes upon you doing. Keep going.
I think that was it.
Oh,
there's one more.
Good.
Okay.
Maybe he didn't put any more of his foot in his mouth after that because that was bad. But I felt like I jumped up and interrupted people, so I wanted to make sure I let people keep going if there was more. Yeah.
Is this part of the same tweet, Akujin? You pulled up another one.
Oh, is there more?
No, this is not part of the same exchange, but this is more. Apparently, somebody came back from this community of the person that he just called a fat slut to just comment on, karma. So. This was one of his responses to it.
Tonka, you beat Tanisha.
When did this happen?
I think this happened around the same time. Well, the time that he got banned from his live stream. So, what? A month ago?
When he got banned from his live stream?
From being able to live stream.
Was banned from being able to live stream.
He got a strike on his channel.
Okay, when that happened. Okay, that was a good while back. I think that was a good, healthy while back. Is that Karma really is that girl? What is that? Cred to redeem soul? I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is redeem soul another person? Is this more people?
Probably.
Probably just somebody that wasn't blocked. And
anyway, the other screenshots, there was like a little bit of backstory to what led up to this morning and what led up to this morning or yesterday or whatever. That's where we have this gem. And then apparently his friends were like, whoa, dog. And they did this. And Augie was feeling some type of way about it.
Interesting how they've all quit having each other's backs all of a sudden.
Commentary community is tearing itself apart, man.
Something's happening.
And then Augie did this.
I thought they were cool.
Oh, wait. What the fuck?
You have your timeline so dog shit. That's what I like. You are pulp fictioning these fucking tweets.
Dude, I went through the order that they were sent to me in.
I'll believe you for now.
Name your
Goddamn.
source.
Can't name the bully.
I have a reliable source.
The good doctor.
Anyway. Yeah, you fucking
Well,
deleted his
hold
Twitter.
on, there's Zerb. Hold on, there's well, no, you fucking yeah, there he is. Okay, Herb. So apparently,
All right.
Akujin jacked your story all up. You also got kicked out. Did I get your Bowblax server story correct?
You got that right. I'm out of there.
I nailed my story, Akujin. Did you hear that?
Wow.
The doctor
Yeah.
said I got the story right.
Okay. Yeah. So the first set of screenshots that Akujin showed were from December, December 4th specifically, when Augie did lose his streaming privileges for a couple of months. So those screenshots were the first time that, and by the way, the lady's name is Paige. And I guess her.
I don't know where the
Twitter
fuck you
handle.
got Chloe from.
He
He just started saying Chloe. Like I was like, I don't. He's just naming characters. Okay.
Well, the chick's
whatever.
name is
Yeah.
CEO, and my brain kept seeing those letters and going Chloe. They've misspelt
Yeah.
Chloe.
And
So
they
yeah,
forgot some letters.
the first set of tweets came from December, and when they first tangled, and Augie took a lot of heat during that time as well from Paige's fans. I was going to say Chloe's fans too. Thanks, Akujin.
Oh my
god. But yeah, he took a lot of heat then, and he had a lot of explaining to do. They did a lot of searching of his Twitter feed at that time. In fact, they were able to find. Sorry.
It wasn't a pretty sight. I remember that.
No, they actually even found that clip of Augie telling Ninja he was going to end him, and they posted that as well. So yeah, so that tweet you're showing now is from December. The ones that showed a tweet that doesn't have anything at the top of it are from recently, and that tweet that's missing is the Augie calling her a fat whore, essentially. The one that's the thumbnail for the show. So these are all from December. The ones you're looking at now.
This was a bad move.
Yeah. All the disavowing, that's from yesterday.
Also, him saying that he's had enough, he's going to church. That's also apparently from back in the day.
Yes. That
I've
was
had
the end
enough.
of the
I'm going
argument.
to church.
That was the end of the argument. He just wasn't going to respond anymore. So I think the key one from back in December was where he's saying this fat slut has an OnlyFans to run. She doesn't have time to check her bullshit. So I think that's what he was referring to yesterday when he threw that other tweet out. It started the firestorm again. Does that help with the timeline?
Why would he do it? To what end did that do anything?
I have no idea. I know I know the person does tweet controversial things, especially if you are not a fan of cancel culture, as Nick and Augie and co tend to be. Yeah, so that is the
subjectively.
Yeah. So that tweet that you're showing now is the one from yesterday that started the firestorm. Why he does this, I have no idea. He seems to think that he's free speech rights are at risk if he doesn't throw something controversial out every day.
Augie, from what I've seen, gets like really like ridiculously mad when people call him a racist for some reason. I can remember it. But I can remember another time when he flies off the handle when people call him like a racist on Twitter and stuff.
Racists usually do.
Yeah, maybe.
For a white person, being called a racist is like being called an N-word.
I actually was laughing too about the disavow thing because it's interesting that they can just say, like you said, Tonka. It's just interesting they can just say disavow, but they don't criticize the comment. You just walk
Mhm.
away from it. It's like, oh, I'm not touching that.
Disavow, walk away. Whereas if it was somebody who they didn't like, 2 videos and 9 streams later, we could talk about. That's
They would have
Clearly-
something of substance to say.
I don't know. I haven't been around Augie that much. I don't know if he's racist. I know he's dopey as fuck. I know he's angsty as shit. But
I think it's hard to tell someone's a racist just by what they throw out there because he just throws all kinds of shit out there. You know, I don't know. I'm not necessarily gonna be accusing people to be racist, but the words he says are just provoking.
he doesn't help
thinking.
his case.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's it. But if he's willing to go around and say the N word, you know, that's his humor.
Yeah, it don't
You
help
can't
his
be-
case.
You can't.
You're not
you
gonna
can't-
That's
Can't-
fine, leader. But you're not going to see Augie on the corner of the street in Compton doing that, are you?
Well, no,
No, but I mean,
fucking-
like,
he wouldn't be
The
caught in
point
such
is-
a neighborhood with all those fine people. However, you know, if you are going to be throwing around that word, don't be surprised when somebody calls you a racist. What'd you
Oh,
expect?
Akujin.
that,
Akujin,
yeah.
Read what Skip said in the chat. There's no. He didn't do that, did he?
Okay, Skip said that he called a black woman the N-word. What did he expect?
He didn't, did he?
I missed that, but yep, it's
Did
possible.
he do that?
It'd be-
Yeah, that's possible.
It'd be terrible if somebody had that tweet and sent that to me.
No.
Don't go to my link in the description and my Twitter where I have
No.
open DMs and send me that.
He
Don't make it your banner as well.
There's no way.
Trying to
There's no
defend
way.
good boy Augie over here. He just wants to go to church and, you know, preach
He
love and
just wants to
forgiveness to
go
all the fat
church.
whores.
And play Sonic.
Oh, okay. So apparently he said it to this Paige chick, and
Oh,
as we know, Paige is black,
no.
and
I mean,
that's actually something that she did say. That was an accusation that she leveled at him. But I haven't seen him saying it. But
He said,
Why?
That's
So
her.
you're telling me that
Oh
Augie
my
called
God.
this person a N-word?
according
This
to this
person is
person,
black.
according to Chloe,
According to Chloe, right?
yeah. By the way, Paige, your
that's-
name's Chloe now.
According to Chloe. And
fuck. Oh.
and he's getting upset that people are calling him a racist.
I followed that pretty closely that day. I didn't see that I didn't see him call her the N word.
He
I think
might have
she
dropped
might,
that one and then
she might have
deleted it
insinuated
right
that.
quick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to disavow.
I saw that tweet, but I don't remember the. I don't remember any tweets from him because I was following this pretty closely. It may have happened another time, or that I don't know, but
Oh.
I have a feeling that Xylee may know.
yeah, I think so. Yeah, Xylee was following that too. It looks like.
Yes, and she's very pro Chloe.
There is no Chloe. This is gonna be so hard for somebody to try to keep up with what the fuck you're talking about. You know that?
Just go with it.
Oh my god.
There's no
All right.
turning back.
Sorry. Just let me
Just
go.
talk.
I'm gonna have to drop.
Look, I don't particularly I'm not here to I don't care about people using, use the type of words you want to use. If that makes you happy. I don't particularly agree with putting anyone down or using words to disrespect someone. But if you think that a word is a funny joke, fine. But don't get upset if you go around calling people derogatory names of their race and they call you a racist for it. That's not something you can do. It's just not real. It's insane. Yeah.
If I go around
If you-
calling every single woman in the world a fucking cum dumpster, people are going to naturally think that I'm a misogynist.
Wonderful.
Whose fault is that?
Accurate.
Clearly the other.
Is that not on me?
Apparently, Xylee seems to think that, and I agree. Yeah, it would be on you. Apparently, Xylee seems to think that this was back in December when he did it.
Yeah, that's what I think too. That this all blew up. I don't recall when I followed it closely. I don't recall Augie ever calling her the N word. But I may. That's not to say I may have missed something tracking that. But I did recall Chloe putting that other tweet out there, and I think Augie was kind of put off by that response by her. Excellent. I hope somebody can find it, but I don't recall seeing it.
That'd be pretty dang.
Don't worry, guys. The archive's on it. Someone's put in a request for the files.
Yeah.
1 moment, please. Beep boop.
Libraries everywhere.
Do you think all Skip has to do is reach to the top shelf? Skip's a normal sized person. That's why she's the scribe. Xylee's like, hey, can you get that thing on the top shelf?
No, it's one of those like tiny people who walks up getting like those hovering around those like massive ladders, 4 times the size of them.
They stack on top of each other in a trench coat.
Well, I just wanted to come in and fix the timeline, so I'm going to let Xylee take over on the stuff that's missing at this point. So, other than that, that's all I wanted to say today.
Thanks,
I don't want to become a fixture over here. All right, guys.
We're gonna
Your
have to
time
ban
wizard.
you.
Yeah, probably. That's probably what it's going to come to.
Yeah, somebody else did something wrong. We're gonna have to ban you.
All right, we'll chat again.
Later.
I'm gonna post my own docs.
Yeah, we can blame it on Herb.
Oh, fuck off. Now Xylee's just
What the
straight
fuck
up
up?
lying in the chat, saying that Skip is shorter than her. I don't believe.
Skip is shorter. Now you're trying to start feuds.
All right, Xylee has to come in now and correct the height.
Well,
timeline.
maybe she is shorter and therefore lighter, and that's why Skip is the one that gets on Xylee's shoulders so they can reach the top shelf.
I'm looking, Akujin, look, I'm looking around and I'm like missing all this marketing we've got for all the short women that are just like popping up in chat all the time. Do we just like
We
advertise
need to
them
get in
on
the
banners or
stepladder
something?
business.
Yeah, that's it.
We need to start marketing stools.
All right, I will start working on our ad placement.
Put it down low on the screen so they can reach it.
Put it on the Mason.com.
Just way low on the screen. And they can
Wow, and Xylee's getting small and angry right now.
becoming small and angry. There you go. That's what they do.
Look, I wasn't saying that you're heavy. I was just saying that, the shorter person would be the lighter one. It's just
Whoa, dog.
simple maths, right?
Going
Math.
down a road.
Why would you bring up their mass like that?
Okay. So, all this shit happening. And how many videos are out about it?
I don't think any so far. I haven't seen any.
Oh. That's unfortunate. Why?
Yeah.
Why though? We make all kinds of videos about this all the time on the YouTubes, right? People no videos?
Something came up,
I don't
Tucker.
think so.
What came up?
They all had church
Everybody had church.
at the same time. Yeah, special sermon
Everybody had to go to church
on Friday.
on Friday. Okay.
It's Friday
Okay.
Mass.
Okay then. Do you guys think we'll get a video tomorrow or anything?
Nah.
Where they're all talking? No.
There's that
Old news
really
by then.
there's that really cool like Chosen Reborn guy. He makes videos sometimes.
He'll likely make a video about it. But I was talking about them. Like they make videos if people fart the wrong way.
They have to spread the good word on Saturday.
Just saying. Oh. Crucial Bunny with stepping stools. Get your stepping stools. Yeah. Perfect for getting on normal size levels. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hear ye, hear ye. I can't wait to start selling stepping stools. We're going to make a fortune.
Dude, that's your retirement right there.
We
You're gonna be
figure out a way
retiring
to put
on-
an engine in Hot Wheels cars and we're in business. Jeremy threw in 5 and said, what happened to the commentary showing solidarity? It's funny as hell seeing Nick, Swan John disavowing Augie, seeing they've lost credibility. Well, there's that. Then you have John Swan getting shit from Nick. Because it seems that they've all finally started to give each other some shit over things. But I think it's over different things here than what it would be before. Right now, they are all so fucking worried about losing clout, they don't know what to do.
I think. Listen, I'm mulling over this thought in real time. If it's true that
Oh, by the
Augie
way,
did
appreciate
say-
it, Jeremy. Thank you. Keep going.
If it's true that fucking Augie did say an N-word to this girl and he's getting like admonished over it, I don't even think Ralph is that brazen to go around calling women the N-word on Twitter. Who the hell does that?
That's fucking bold. Like, I
That
don't
is-
believe he did that. He might have done that, but damn, son.
I don't know. That does seem right up at Ralph's alley.
Right, sure. I mean, that's something Ralph would do, but he's not, I don't think he would risk his like baby like that. That's the point of all this.
He wouldn't risk that check mark,
Yeah, that's it.
but goddamn. Like, the idea of Augie doing it, I'm like, what the fuck, kid? What are you doing? For why? What happened to all this social media guru shit they were all talking before? The fuck happened? They are doing dumb shit. I don't know. Oh God, we got another person with the 5.5 gimmick. That when they throw in the and a half, you know that and a half ain't even there. But we're probably talking like 5. Jeez, 5.5. Probably like 5. In the tall shoes.
You know what, Tonka? I really think we need to get into the heels business at this rate. You need to release a new pair of shoes.
We need to come out with a pair of shoes and have a goldfish
Call it
and the
TZs.
giant heel. Do that.
Tonka, Tonka TZs.
Just saying.
They're just platform heels.
Big platform heels with a goldfish in them. We can get more exotic fish. It's fine. It's whatever. It can be high end if they want.
Stingray.
Yeah, they have a fucking electric eel in there if they want to. I don't give a shit.
Baby sharks.
Baby shark. Goddamn shame.
Well, if he did say it, I'm genuinely curious how he'll bounce back from that.
Well,
He will come back. I have a very strong feeling he will.
he'll something. I don't know what, but he'll something. he's the type that if he gets thrown off of everything, he will go to D Live because he thinks that, just follow that Ralph path. He'll go with it, hope that it works. It probably won't, but hey.
I mean, listen,
Something.
it's all right. I mean, when he gets thrown off YouTube, he can just go on Twitter and bring people traction to his show that way. Call people out on Twitter. Not a big deal. You know what I'm saying? You can clear things up. You can just go chat to him, that sort of thing. I don't know. Call people out. Use that Twitter clout. I'm sure it'll work out well for him. I know where I was going with this. Don't leave me in silence. The fucking point of the matter is that he's lost his Twitter account. Damn it! I can't outland everyone. Leave me alone.
That's the point of the matter.
Tonka, let's let him keep going.
Yeah, just let him keep going.
It's his show now.
Hey, it's it's a nice in my hole. All right, I just got to keep digging down. I'm taking after like Augie and Bowblax. If I just keep digging at my feet, eventually I'll get out of this. I swear.
Dig in your heels a little more.
What next, leader?
I mean, if you keep me talking so much, you'll start to hear me coughing and stuff. So, I want to spare you that.
It's fine. Go ahead.
No, it's real okay, buddy. It's real good.
I like leader's commentary. Even if you get bullied, leader, I like your commentary.
Oh, thanks, man. I missed you when you ran away did your Discord sabbatical.
That game of Among Us was so terrible. Like, holy shit. You fucked up.
Hanging out with Leader was so unpleasant that you left the internet.
I had to, man. Like, they were playing a game which is about mystery, and they were making a group playing against randoms. And then they were just talking to each other and cheating the entire time.
We were not cheating.
It was cheating. Y'all were cheating.
The rules were you're not allowed to talk about the in-game stuff while you're there, but you could shit talk.
Nah, that what y'all were doing wasn't shit talking. It was cheating.
You remember wrongly, sir.
Yeah, I can hear you grinning while you're saying that.
It's true, but it's fuck. We were, that was the rule.
Listen, I wasn't cheating. It's okay. You're a cheater. Just own it.
I see what this is.
I think you cheated in Call of Duty before too.
Yeah. I was just waiting for you to bring this up. I was literally trying to beat you to the punch.
The cheater.
I remember when everyone called you cheater. Is there any merit to it? You said there
was.
wasn't.
There is no merit to this.
See, he got called cheater before. I played with him, and then I played with him and learned that he was actually a cheater. I thought it was a meme.
You were so upset, Crow. You were so because we were doing this. I remember this conversation perfectly. You were like, "Hey, leader, this when you talk during this part, I know we're not supposed to talk about the in-game stuff, but it ruins the feng shui of Among Us. You're not supposed to talk.
Feng shui.
That's it. It ruins the mood.
The
silence.
You accused him of ruining the mood of your game.
The feng shui.
Well, yeah. Essentially, like I was doing Among Us wrong in
You want to leave out that part where you and the 4 other people in the call made a pre-game strategy before new people joined in?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, he was in a call with like 4 other people, and they made strategies. And then apparently, if you weren't in the know-how and you played it, you were fucked, because that game, all about mystery, out the window, and everybody has a preset strategy of how to find the bad people in it.
Oh, right.
And so working together.
We were not. Well, hold on. I mean, like,
the
imposter is random. It could be any one of us, and just because we knew the best ways to figure out which imposter it was.
So you did make a strategy. You just admitted it.
Oh!
She's every play. You want to go? What is
And we were in a lobby with 10 people, and they were, what, 4 or 5 of y'all that made this strategy together? So you're working together against 5 other random people, me included. So now you want to walk back that you were making pre-game strategies and
You're
cheating?
one of the randoms now. Yeah, so you weren't a part of this at all, huh?
I wasn't. I really wasn't. I joined in, was clueless, and then when I was playing the imposter for the very first game, I had no idea that there was a strategy between you and the 4 others.
There isn't a strategy between us and the 4 others. There's there's like
But you
we
just
like
admitted
we
there
we
was.
played each other. We played with each other enough so that we knew what each other would basically be doing, and that if you play with someone enough for their games, you can tell you can basically tell when they're sort of deviating from the norm, and that's like we understood a little bit better when one of these
Deviating
guys
from
was
the norm.
acting out of.
In a public lobby, 5 people deviating from the norm, coming up with strategies
a
to work
public.
together.
Oh no! I'm sorry. Did I like destroy the sanctity of like the public lobby, the Among Us lobbies where everyone's jumping in and saying swear words or leaving as soon as they don't get the imposter, and I'm disturbing this this great place of freedom where everyone's only out there to play good games.
You don't need a rant leader. You already admitted to cheating.
You've ruined the public session, leader. Just so you know.
I'm sorry. I'm just out there stepping on people's fun. It must be it. Just
It's
no
fine,
fun
leader. If that's
allowed here.
hey, leader. Among Us is trash, but if that's how you want to play, by all means. I just didn't want to play with cheaters, so you're good.
Wow.
He's just bringing it back. He's bringing it back. That's what's going on.
How am I bringing it back? Haven't changed my position. You're a cheater.
So you got a bit of nostalgia for my old name of you.
Oh.
Well, to be fair, somebody else that made that name, and then I guess I helped solidify it by witnessing the cheating firsthand.
There was no cheating.
He didn't come. He didn't start the fire. It was always burning.
Yeah. Listen, if one person witnesses you shooting a man and they call you a murderer, and then I'm just like, oh no, I didn't see that murder, and then I then later see you shoot another person, and then you claim that you're not a murderer, and then I'm just like, hey, that guy might be a murderer. Chances are you might be a murderer.
I don't know about all this. Maybe though.
Listen, Crow, buddy. It's all right. I know all this is. I'll be happy to play some Among Us with you again.
No, I'm good.
Oh, is that what this is?
That's what this is.
Play with a cheater.
Play on this again.
I want to play in a game where you can't cheat.
Elaborate, please play Among Us with me again.
That's what I think this was.
Oh.
Technically, he brought it up, and I don't want to play with him again.
I never got why that game got so popular. I do not understand. But okay, more power to him. I'm glad they made their money.
The game's only fun with mods now.
Fair enough.
Only
Gadfly
play
through
with
to
the
and said,
4K.
kick leader for cheating.
Nah, he's fine. He can't cheat at commentary.
But
I mean,
why cheat, leader? Why do you do it? Why are you like that?
Insecurity.
It's the thrill. It's a thrill of taking Crow access and taking power away from him, and then marveling at the victory of online video games at him. It's the fact that I'm better than he is. That's what that is.
What about Kuji? Why do you cheat there too?
I didn't need to cheat with Koji. I just kicked his ass. It's that simple.
Wow.
That's not how I remember things happening.
Oh. Okay. That was harsh. For no reason, but alright. Go on then.
I thought y'all were friends. The best of friends.
I thought so too.
I think that's all changed, obviously.
It's all fun and games until someone cheats in a video game.
This is why I like being in voice chats with Leader. He can't cheat in here.
Now you say that.
He's
say
paying
you
everybody
say
in
that.
PayPal to agree with them.
That's some weird shit. Okay. Well, to tack on top of things, for some reason, in the middle of the day yesterday, YouTube was showing a lot of people's channels is gone. Now, possibly error, but also possible sign that they were looking at said channel. What were said channels? Ones that I know about, Augie and Nick. Those are the only two I were told. Looked like the channels were gone. But there were probably many more because that's something that happens when they do the sweeps. Weird shit will happen with that channel, and then all of a sudden that channel is gone. You ever notice that?
Get rid of all the children.
Get rid of them.
Listen, if they have a YouTube Kids app, I am completely fine if they just permanently eliminated all kids from YouTube.
Well, I think they should make the shit that kids watch kind of a separate thing. But then again, like, what are you gonna do? Like, have to age verify every time you get into YouTube? Like, I
Driver's
don't know how
license.
you would do it.
Driver's license. Same way you do with Uber. Minus the vehicle.
Every website becomes a porn website. You must be 18 years old.
Yes. Well, doesn't have to have porn on it, but like a porn website.
Not allowed until you're grown.
That'd be amazing. Video games would be a lot more fun too.
Now, I want to talk to you about something, Crow.
Oh yeah.
This is kind of from left field, but you haven't been around for a long time,
Oh no.
so I haven't been able to put this to you. Now, those of you in the audience, please stick around for this bit. I think this conversation is going to be more interesting than it has any right to be. All right.
I gotta leave.
Yeah, I'll make it quick. Now, I don't know how often you've clicked in and out of the show while you've been gone, but over the past few months, we have been talking about a thing that has been going on with a guy named Brett Bong and him being accused of all kinds of fucked up shit, but
Yeah.
mainly sending around child pornography in Augie's server.
Yeah.
And the police were sent to him, and they said, yeah, that didn't happen, but they've all ignored that because they don't want to say that they're wrong. Now, I am fairly confident that I know who is actually doing this, and I don't know how much you know about the situation or any of that, but I feel like you would have insight into the person that I'm talking about who would
Is
be
it fucking
responsible.
Cactus?
No,
Okay.
not Cactus.
Oh my god. That would have been even more depressing.
But the two that I'm referring to are Mental and Stenanza.
Oh, the pedophile and the groomed child, yeah.
The pedophile. That's how you refer to him, the pedophile.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, I call it. All right. He was around the commentary community as like the edgy kid, you know, just like posting whatever he can. Everybody didn't know his age. I just called him a kid. He called into one of my shows. I think it was the podcast one, and he just immediately started blurting out the N word over and over and over. I didn't care if that episode went and got trashed because it was a trash episode. But So I was like, "You good?" Yeah. And he was like, "Oh, I thought I'd be kicked off by now." And then he just kept being annoying. So I brought up the fact that like after like I looked at Discord and saw his name, I realized it was Stenanza. I was like, "Oh, you're that weird guy that likes to go into group chats with children in it and post pornographic content. That's really weird." And I kept calling him strange for that. And then that really upset him. And then I started fucking with him in the voice chat by muting and unmuting him. And that made him even more pissed. And I banned him. And his buddy, Mental, which is a 13-year-old autistic child, he pretty much got Mental to keep rejoining and send pornographic imagery into my Discord server. And then after I only called him strange and how he was weird for that, both Stenanza and Mental started going around claiming I was a pedophile, and just because I called him weird for doing what he did. So after that, I just went, you know what, fuck it. If there's a child talking to somebody like that, and then there's a grown man in his, I think, mid-20s, sending sexual imagery to children, knowing they are children, okay, I'm just going to call him a pedophile.
All
Spe-
right.
So, yeah. I would heavily agree if you guys think that's who it might be. It most definitely is him because him and Mental both have this one picture as well. They like to send around well, it's a GIF actually of like a guy
I
who shoved his
border on being 100% on it. I
Yeah.
have seen screenshots have gone around where they're bragging about it.
Yeah.
But again, those could, that could be fake. So what the fuck ever. But knowing what I know about them and you knowing what you know about them, what do you think?
Uh
Do you think that's within their realm?
yeah. It's most definitely the case.
Okay. Stenanza and Mental have been apparently all around them for the past several months. And just did they make alt accounts to come into your server multiple
Constantly. I
times? Mm-hmm.
I remember I was streaming one time to Twitch after one of my breaks. I come back and I was playing Call of Duty with like Crippled Donut and Patrick, and they were so obsessed that they even found that stream on, and they were like making alt accounts. Like I have like verification, so you have to like go through like a phone number, uh, claim an email, go to the email and verify it and all that. You have to go
Mhm.
through all that effort, and then they were trying to like follow me and with the names like Caraxis, the insert whatever here, and they went through so much effort, and then whenever I didn't realize it, they would get so ass mad and would be DMing to Crippled Donut or Patrick talking about how
Mhm.
upset they are. I wouldn't notice it. Yeah, that's absolutely up their alley. They have a consistent history of making alt accounts just to fuck with people. It's kind of like that Maximilian Musk guy.
All right. Now there's one more thing here, and I think this makes it kind of crucial because, well, we'll get to why in a second. Were you in the call when I don't know if it was me and Crippled Donut or me and Pugnant or who it was, but I was in your voice chat, and one of them jumped in and they were using another YouTuber's voice. It was like kind of a soundboard thing.
Hmm.
And like they would reply with another YouTuber's voice. Do you remember that?
I don't think I do. I think the only times I remember you being in my server's voice chat, other than just like the casually talk or the
It
podcast
was
and
only like 4 or 5
yeah,
times.
the podcast and you talking with that one kid that was always trying that one child that kept trying to give me life advice to how to handle social media and all that.
He came
Yeah.
on the show once.
Yeah, I think I heard about that. It was
He came out to the show and I was like, "Hold on, I remember you." And he was like, "No, you don't. No, you don't. Don't worry about that." And I was like, "Okay." I was just saying, I think I know who you are.
yeah. He
But
he really did not want to admit his age too. I remember that too. And I think those were one of the people. Nah, wait. Nah, never mind. Scratch that. I was about to say that I think that's one of the people Stenanza and Mental hung out with, but I think I'm wrong on that one.
okay. I was in a chat and I think it was Mental hopped in and he was using a board for the Muda guy.
Oh, some ordinary gamer.
Yeah. And I don't know why, but I just remember him doing it. And I was just like, God, these kids are so fucking annoying. And I left. Now, one of the things that they throw out is that it sounds like Brett Bong when he jumps in and says hello. I was like, okay, well, that's really easy to do.
Yeah.
And I know that these guys have done that. So, again, leans me more toward them because when the police have cleared one guy and then they have the guys who literally do this right there, well, that could lead one to think all kinds of things, couldn't it?
Oh yeah. Like I have more reason to think Stenanza's a pedophile than Britbong is one, you know? Like and Stenanza I think has even been called out by that community, but he hasn't been like blacklisted by that community multiple times, you know? He he's known for this kind of behavior. So it is kind of weird that like they will not humor the idea it could just be somebody else.
It doesn't make a lot of sense, especially when the cops have already told him that he didn't do it.
Yeah.
That seems pretty definitive. And they refuse. They won't apologize. They keep doubling down on it. And I mean, I get it. You throw something like that on somebody, it's hard to do, but they've refused to apologize for that much longer than John Swan refused to apologize. And they're making a big deal about John Swan.
They treat like Britbong like he's just this CP bearing idiot, but at the same time, like if the idea of him being able to evade the police on a random search that he wouldn't be tipped off to, like that seems kinda it's just, everybody knows in here that commentary doesn't use the most finite of reasoning.
They do really dumb shit
All for that brand.
regularly.
You gotta protect the brand.
So I haven't said who I thought it was who was doing all this shit to them. Like I have told people that I know who it is. And I've kind of left it at that for a good long while. But I don't know, with you being around, I was like, oh, well, there's Croaxis. So good a time as any.
Yeah, it's probably that pedophile.
Yeah, that would make sense to me. I mean, Stenanza's a piece of shit. You can tell it within moments of being around him. Piece of shit. Not worth the thought. But a lot of these people, they're not thinking of that at all. I don't know why they have this investment in saying it's Brett Bong. I mean, Brett Bong is a name and Stenanza isn't.
It would have probably happened if like the John Swan Brit Bong, not Brit Bong, John Swan, I think Stenanza was making fun of his sister. I don't know. If that happened before the Brit Bong thing, I think that it would have probably been speculated of. But you know, they don't want to admit fault to you know, a drama they got wrong, and Brit Bong happened first, so they're not going to walk that back, and then they're just going to be like, Stenanza bad, but we're not going to continue on that because, you know, we don't want to admit about the Britbong thing.
I think you're right. I think you're really right. That sucks. Because, again, tell a couple thousand people a lie, and it's fine if you feel like you got away with it or whatever. But somebody like Brit Bong seems a lot like they're not going to take that lying down, and that he won't forget, and that he'll be going at them for a while, and that he's got the time to do it. Yeah, if that's what they want, okay.
Yeah.
But when you throw something like that on somebody, there's That's it. Like, there's no. We can't do the it's fair, it's unfair game. All bets are off. You fucked it. All right, you have went at this person with a nuke. They are allowed to pull out a very big rocket launcher when you are unarmed right now. There's nothing you can do about it. You've already tried.
They're also so scared of like the people that Britbong even talks to. I think I saw on Twitter before, like I officially came back, of just some no-name account and like being blocked by them because they've talked to Britbong in the past. Like it's pretty bad.
The good doctor has a theory about a lot of this, and he may not be far from the money, the truth of the matter. A lot of this started because it started with H3 and Keemstar going at each other, and from this, like, they all sort of like I don't know. It was certainly very weird, like how Keemstar got like a bunch of people to like jump to his defense, real quickly, and sort of like
Well, it's not that weird. We now know it was money. Don't die because I said that.
It was groundbreaking.
Yeah, it was groundbreaking. I almost threw up. I almost coughed up my lungs because of it. Well, I thought it was a theory. Is it? I don't know. It's a lot of those. I don't know. There's talks of like Keemstar giving people sponsorships around.
Yeah.
Around that time.
Apparently, he was giving them about $3,000 a piece.
Listen, if Keemstar wants to fund the facility that I'm trying to build, I'll be nice to him. He can buy my friendship.
I just like what strikes me as weird about that time is I remember like look, I wasn't keeping tabs on Ralph at this particular point in time, nor am I now, but like it would have been nice to have had the screenshots, I guess. But I remember that every time like H3 lost a sponsor, like during that time, Ralph was like live commenting about the sponsors that H3 lost at the time. And I'm pretty sure he was encouraging people to send emails.
Yes, they all do that. It is 100% in the clear to go at people as long as everyone's okay with it.
Sure, sure, but right, this was like a big sort of like split. Like the commentary community wasn't like defending Keem. It seems to take up for someone.
Were.
Yeah, well, they were.
Karen Terry was defending Keem. I don't know about all the commentary people, just the small segment of dipshits we have to deal with.
I don't know. I think it is. I think it's interesting, and there's a couple of tweets there. There was one weird tweet from Nick, and this is pretty like tinfoil hatty. There's like no evidence for it at all. Well, no evidence for it all, but there's a little bit of like there's like Nick at the time like got upset like when Nick and when Keemstar and Nick and Tipster all got into a tissy with each other over the whole like some A-Star when A-Star died. Essentially Nick had a go at
I think Apollo Legend died.
Sorry.
You're fine. I don't know who the other one is. Maybe he died too. I don't know.
How did I get that fucking wrong? I was talking about this just yesterday. Holy shit.
You are declaring people
You
dead.
find a way.
You've got to get that right. You can't be declaring living people dead.
I don't have the information in front of me. This isn't even my theory. This is
Oh
this
my
is I'm
God.
talking. All right, well, fucking, it's Nick. Nick had a go at Augie for taking money and just sitting back and not having the commentary community's backs while taking money from Keem, while everyone was getting, while Keem was basically ripping tips to Nick and everyone who participated in that particular drama. He was ripping them in new holes, essentially. And Nick made this tweet at the time about, he's taking money from Keem and keeping his mouth shut, not having his boys' backs.
He said that about who?
Nick said that about Augie, that he was. I don't have the tweet in front of me, but it goes something along the lines of that. He got he mentions the fact that he got like a $3,000 sponsorship from Keem, and that he was keeping his mouth shut and not defending tipster Nick and so forth.
I didn't know about that. Nick was unhappy with Augie for taking money from Keem and not tweeting,
and not sort of like,
defense.
not sort of like stepping up to to sort of.
Well, I know he
correct Keem's
eventually
bullshit.
was the one who went like on air live and was telling him, "Fuck all this. Like we don't need to be worrying about." They were even talking about how even we were saying they didn't do anything wrong. Like I remember that bit. So even if he started off that way, he eventually ended up on the right side of it.
Mm.
But that was ridiculous to even go at him about. You're not grieving right. Fuck off. Oh God, I hate Keemstar's dumbass. The shit he pulls on people, man. I don't know. Trying to send people at them because I don't know. That's what you're doing when somebody dies. A guy lists off 2 people as his 2 best friends in his suicide letter. And one of them attacks the other one. I'm sure that's what he was going for.
I don't know, man. It's quite like the hero complex to say that some random who consistently gets his Twitter account nuked is like partially responsible for the death of someone because it interfered with your investigation. It's weird. It's really weird.
It's Keemstar 1 to be something again, and God, he is such trash. The world would be better off when there's no more Keemstar bullshit in it. Jesus Christ. I don't know. I hate thinking about that situation. It was just dog shit. Where somebody is committed suicide and they're like, I had 2 good friends. It was Tipster and Keemstar. And so Keemstar immediately starts attacking Tipster and it's like, oh wow. I do not like Tipster at all. But that's gross. Really gross. And Tipster being the absolute beta whipping boy that he is, he was sitting there taking it. And he's like, Keem's right, guys. Keem's right. No, he wasn't. Fucking obscenely stupid. Obscenely stupid to take that shit. But after about 2 days, they finally sacked up. And I'm glad. You can't take that shit.
Oh, to be honest with you, like King started coming at me with that. I'd make a Twitter video, probably getting myself banned. I'll call him one a slur, which makes him which makes people think he's incapable of thinking correctly, and 2, I'll tell him to fuck off.
Man. I don't know. I hated that whole deal. Just watching Tipster take it like a bitch. Watching while they're all like pleading to Keemstar. Please stop. I don't get why you're doing this. And it's like, fuck him for even trying to do it. Like, why would you even pretend to go along with this fuckboy? Just, it's morally bankrupt trash. I never got it. I don't think I ever will. I never liked him. I interacted with him pretty early on YouTube and had nothing for him. My first interactions, he was defending Daddy05 for abusing their children on air for money and views and for some fucking reason. And I don't know what it is. He was defending the guy who was telling his children to hit each other in the face. Like the boy hitting the girl and the girl hitting the boy. What are you doing? You people are psycho. And Keen came off like a psycho. That's what I remember of it. That was my first interaction with that fucking wacko. And that's what he's always seemed like to me. He seemed a very up his own ass wacko. Obsessed with relevance and trying to remain young and cool. When I'm not sure he was ever cool. And till we get a time machine, you may as well take that ball cap off. Just get used to where you're at.
You don't think he's cool?
Jeremy said, see that after Keem went at, hold on. See that after Keem went after Tipster, it all went to hell for the Carantary community. First, it's all for one vote. It's I disavow. Don't know what he means by some of that, but I do
think what
get
he's
that.
saying is that like Keem and Tipster were like the catalyst of what's been going down lately. I disagree, but
Well, it formed some of the divides, but I think some of the cracks were already there. Something happened with John Swan and Tommy, and that started it. And then a little bit after that, little cracks everywhere.
I personally think they've never all truly liked each other, but they've backed each other up so hard before that it
Oh, it
they
was
would
the
feel
machine.
they would feel so stupid if they started going against said machine, and it was all about optics for them.
Mm-hmm.
So there's never been solidarity.
No. The fuck. Why
True
would they?
solidarity.
Between all of them, I doubt if that audience remains within that sort of circle of people. Swan, Nick, Tommy, Bowblax, Augie. If their community resides primarily in that, and they even watch I don't know, say 2 videos, they watch a couple videos from each. I don't think there's a very high chance that people are going to get news sources outside of that bubble if they're deeply into that community. And so if they never go at each other, they just they just could fabricate all kinds of bullshit.
Okay.
They have the time.
Hold on 1 second. Be right back.
All right. Who wants to talk some shit?
It's time.
Tonka's not here to see it. If you guys got something to say it in chat. It's not recorded. You won't see it.
It's Koji time. That's what it is.
Oh, we're about to have some Kuji combat.
We don't
That's
talk
what
about that
Kuji-
anymore.
Oh no, was that retired already? I haven't been gone that long. Come on.
You've been gone a fair while.
No, it was like 2 weeks at most.
That's a long ass 2 weeks.
Feels like that when you love someone I know.
It's a long ass 2 weeks. I mean, those usually stretching. What's that like? How many hours are in your days there, Croaxis?
Oh, like 24 hours in total of a day.
Hmm.
I get it, leader. You love me with a burning passion, but I can't reciprocate. I understand if you need to mute your mic to console yourself. So what happened, Gucci? Did leader cheat one too many times?
Yes. Broke my damn heart.
God
How am
damn,
I
Gucci,
supposed
can't
to
you just play
trust
a video
after
game?
that?
Can't you just play a video game like a normal person? It's okay to lose.
Are we becoming the commentary community now? You guys just go and lie about me? Just make up shit? Say I cheat? How
Okay,
could
Brit
you?
Bong. Okay, Brit Bong.
Wow, you fucker.
Tipster banned me on Twitter after I called him an Arky bunker, only no class. First of all, you weren't banned. You were spared of seeing his bullshit.
Who was spared what bullshit?
Jeremy Gal says Tipster banned me on Twitter after I called him an Arky bunker, only with no class. Or Archie bunker with no class.
Archie Bunker with
He was spared of the bullshit of having to see Tipster's takes.
Archie Bunker had way more charisma than Tipster. Like, that's not even comparable.
No, it's Ryan, Larry.
Very unfortunate. I don't know. I being like, blocked from somebody like Tipster's Twitter, like what are they really doing? He's making a new Twitter and anyway.
This is the very first Twitter he's
Yeah.
had in which he hasn't blocked me. I'm shocked. And I've talked some a bit of shit at him too. He might have me muted though, to be fair.
Oh. Well, one of the last things that I did notice, maybe like ass end of the whole thing with Keem and Tipster, was that Tipster did the deal where he was like, bowing down to Keem and everything, but he also vehemently would defend himself once it looked like it was okay to do that. And like everything else, fascinates me just a little to see how, just liquid the guy's everything is. Nothing is solid with him. He's just not that kind of guy. I don't know. There's just nothing, no kind of foundation behind the guy. And I just remember him flipping the switch and being able to, all of a sudden, he's defending himself. And I never thought I did anything wrong. And but he did. And that was one of the last things I remember about it. I don't know where it evolved from there or when Keem finally fucked off and just quit. But fucking Tipster, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll hear people say like, "Oh, I don't get what the problem is with Tipster. He's so nice." No. He's failure nice. He is fake nice.
Me and him go way back. We're good friends.
Tipster. Everybody go back with Tipster, right?
We're best of buddies.
Do him any favors. Yeah, Tipster bowing to Keem is expected. Didn't do him any favors, but it doesn't matter. None of that matter. He's Tipster. Like, he's the one that they all go to and pretend he has fair, nice guy takes. He's failure.
I will not stand for this. While you guys deface my best friend like this, I must leave to shield myself from these horrid criticisms against my
Pretty
best
much.
buddy. So I bid you adieu.
I think Crow just ended himself. All because of the Tipster. Fare thee well, Crow. We'll miss him. Stayed way longer than I thought he would. Okay. So, Jessica said that's not nice though. It's cowardly. That's kind of the thing. A lot of people are mistaking the whole nice guy thing for what is nothing but a coward. Somebody who doesn't want to go back and forth with anyone because he knows he'll get got. He wants to constantly hurl shit at people and pretend to be some sort of arbiter of some sort, some kind of sort of compass that others should follow, and it's not real. He's just some chubby coward. Stock shelves. It's like, would you walk up to your local store clerk? I need you to tell me the best take on this particular situation. Because that's what you're doing with Tipster. Someone who the coolest thing he's ever done is buy a car he immediately could not pay for. Not a good look. Not a very good look at all. So, do we have anybody who did do anything that was a good look in the past like 24 hours or so?
I don't
Akujin,
know.
that's a horrible. Okay. That was the segue for you to play the almost world premiere of the new Blossom video. That was your cue for that.
Oh, that was that cue?
That was what that was. That was where somebody did something that was a good look. You made a great video. She did a good song. What the fuck is wrong with you? But you killed my segue. Like, held it down, put a gun to its head, and didn't even care. And that's fine, I guess. But I don't know. Do you want to intro it then? I tried.
Sure.
Fuck. Okay. Okay, sure. All right.
Yeah, Blossom made a thing. Am I right?
Am I right? He says. Blossom made a thing. Am I right? But did you take any inspiration from Kubrick
Me?
when you're making the video? Like what?
Oh, yeah. I was definitely channeling my inner my inner fake moon landing.
There it goes.
When this happened. 100%.
100%.
110% even.
And 10. Okay.
I gave it my all.
I will go ahead and believe you.
I even tried to conjure up his spirit.
Who's
But you know, apparently he was unavailable to take my call at the time. Get back to me as soon as possible.
Did you leave a number?
Well, I tried.
Tried to leave a number. Fucking good. Okay. Well. Do you think you can debut it here?
Yeah, I reckon I can give it a go.
Do you think the people are willing or going to be able to handle it?
Well, who can know such things until they happen?
Fair enough. All right. Well,
Do you think?
introduce it. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet.
Ain't seen it?
Well, no.
Wow.
What are you wowing me about?
That's just. Oh, no, nothing. That's fine. That's nice. That's cool.
Debuted like right before the show. I wasn't around.
It's nice to know that you take, you know,
Oh my god.
take notice of you know, what your co-hosts do. You know, all of our accomplishments. You give a shit about what's going on for us.
God. I think I am hyper encouraging.
Yeah, now that it's
Fine.
too late.
Now that it's too late. What's it too late for?
Too late to catch the premiere. That's for damn sure.
Why couldn't anyway?
Not with
why
that
we're doing the
attitude.
Not quite premiere. I don't know why you gotta make it like this. You're terrible.
Me?
This is supposed to be a joyous occasion.
Yeah, and you're over here ruining it.
Fucking guy. Okay. One more try. You just introduce the video and play the nice video for the nice people.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna watch it. I haven't seen it yet.
Alright. Let's load this up.
Okay. What the fuck are you doing?
Haters. They mad.
Is that what we're doing?
They out here blocking me. Yeah. Rolling up on Twitter and I'm seeing all the hate. While you're tweeting at me thinking I'ma take the bait.
Man.
All you little sissies getting open out of shape. Gonna shut you down, someone hand me the tape.
Man.
Listen to me now and it will benefit you well. Don't get lost in drama or you're gonna go to hell. Get up off the internet and get yourself a girl. I don't mean talk to mommy, you make her wanna hurl. Your videos are awful and they hurt my forehead. The camera barely on and you going back to bed? Listen here, ma'am, I mean this very nice. You ruin it for us and remind us of lice. Please do something else. Your clickbait is lame. The shit you pulling now gonna pull you out the game. You doing this for what? A play button? Sucking up the content like a fucking glutton. Shouldn't be on stream, burping in a bag. You think that shit's funny? You make a maggot gag. If you ever borrow money, pay the loan back. Nobody forgets. It's money that you lack.
Oh man.
Man, why they gotta do this? Alright.
What the fuck are you doing?
I'ma say this once.
You're never gonna make it, I'll say it right now. Give up all you can, gonna have to disavow. Try to take shots, and they just miss. Go do something else, that was barely a diss. At the end of the day, you gotta do what's best. Good thing YouTube isn't school, cause you just failed the test.
Is that what we're doing?
So, yeah, that was a thing.
That was really good. I liked it.
That's good.
10 out of 10.
Yes. Yeah.
I think you put your editing was so good that you put Tonka into shock.
I think that I did.
I'd have. That was something. That was pretty okay. That was pretty okay. I liked it. I don't know why, but my stuff started glitching out and all that right at the end. But it was very good.
It was probably
I
for
enjoyed the
hateful
video.
reasons.
Hateful reasons, maybe. Illuminati through a pair. Let's do it. A fist bump. I don't know why it's always the pair. Pairs are quite evil. Even.
Pairs
just
may
my
be
thoughts.
evil.
I think now,
But-
though, would be a good time to an demo on the Height Assist 9000. It's the introduction to the newest technology in height raisement. Use promo code
Right, raise me.
Short People Got No Reason right now for 15% off when you order more than 2. This is 100% Tonka approved. Order now, you guys. It's fucking great.
We are out to help all the short people. Reaching the top shelf should be alright. It should be. And you shouldn't have to pull out every single drawer and then have to walk on the counter just so that you can get a cup out of the cupboard. It shouldn't have to be this way.
That was also why I was off with the weeds. Not necessarily on the ball. I was busy trying to make that ad.
10 out of 10, Kuji.
I can't
You
tell
don't-
how terrible you are.
What, you didn't see the ad?
No.
Oh.
Dude, he had text flying in. He had like a picture of the product, price, placement. Oh, mwah, it was beautiful.
Oh, holy shit. Okay, he did. He did the thing. I
Oh.
didn't even know.
Apparently
I see it
McGruff
now.
is he's unsubscribing. Good thing for us though, we're not gonna need his subscription. Not with the revenue that we're gonna generate from the Height Assist 9000.
It's gonna change everything.
It is the tippity top of technology right now in height assist.
Is it like a little elevator? Or what is it?
It is the Height Assist 9000. It's a fantastic stool type device used for climbing, made for the small people. You can use it to reach top shelves. 100% Tonka approved. Order now.
I approve it. I know what it is now. Yeah. Man. Short people are gonna get mad. Crew Booth threw 2 and said, so that's what happened to my step stools. You bought them up and ran away with them. Is that what you did?
Look, things happen.
Tony threw a hippo ghost said game over. Again. I don't know. Can I tell you what the biggest problem with a lot of the shit that we're seeing is going to be?
Go for it.
And a lot of the shit that we see all the time is going to be
Go for it.
a very cringy cycle of abuse where you see a gaggle of YouTubers who constantly just fling shit at everybody. And then the moment anyone says anything back, you say boo back to these motherfuckers. It's completely shut down. I don't like it. It's this cycle of fling a bunch of abusive people and then shut it down. Yeah, leave Twitter, private your Twitter, whatever the fuck you got to do. It's gonna be a problem. Gonna be a real big problem for them. Going over and over through this cycle of fling shit at people, get called out, private everything, shut it all down, wait for everybody to forget about it, then fling shit at people over and over again. It's going to keep happening.
It is going to keep happening.
What I think the problem's going to be is that people will get quick to it. They will catch on. It won't necessarily be soon, but they will catch on that these people fling shit at people constantly and then private their account whenever anybody gives them shit, or they run away from Twitter when people give them shit. And it's impossible to even pretend to respect it. You can't even pretend to respect it. So just watch that trend play out. And that's what you got to do with them. On the end of holding people to a standard, give up on it. It's honestly the easiest way I can put it to you guys. Just give up on that part. Need to, I don't know.
Some things give me hope, though.
Which?
Well,
Like Augie has made calls before and been right, but it'll be on shit that is stupid fucking obvious. Those calls aren't shit. Anybody can make those calls. My fucking dog can make those calls.
yeah, but none of them do.
Well,
But
no,
then he
they're-
just goes and fucks it and undoes everything with the shit that he does this morning. I don't know why. Fucking self-destruction. All, you know. To
an
just shoot
obsession
himself
with
in the
trying
face.
to appear cool to certain crowds on the internet.
Yes. And that just undoes everything that you did yesterday.
Foolishness. Very foolhardy way of going about everything.
Luckily, there are more up-and-comers, you know, coming to the scene. YouTube creators are getting made every day.
Yeah. But when you have an established group that they have their numbers or they have their way they operate, they see someone coming up saying something they don't like, they easily hold that shit down.
Yeah.
Just saying. Kind of changes everything, doesn't it? People try to come up, they just bomb their fucking videos, make the channel fuck up, all kinds of shit like that. And that's what the biggest problem with any of this shit becomes. Then you'll also have people that, you'll have all these people saying all this horrible shit. But then anybody who ends up going against, the ideas that they're saying, well, they're just gonna get bombed, and they won't catch any support or anything from doing it. It's not like we get that many rewards for what we do. We would have got far more rewards if we just went along with all this shit. More viewers would come in and be way happier with, yeah, let's talk shit about Brett Bong sending CP even though it's not real. Like, you could go down the list and you would be rewarded much more to just go with it. I find a value in being able to tell a large group of people no. I don't know why others don't, but it's something I see a great value in. I think for some reason they think that the brave answer is always yes, when reality just, it's far harder to tell people no. People don't want to hear no. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. Yeah, you're wrong. They don't want to hear you explain why they're wrong. They don't want to hear you tell them no, what you're doing is incorrect. They don't want to hear you do any of that shit. And so I can't tell you how much money I've turned down. I can't tell you how much clout I have tossed down a hole because it's just not right. It's not okay. It's not how it's supposed to be. You know, when you're not on YouTube, it's really easy to look at the screen and get this idea that most of the people in there, you know, they all, for the most part, have the goal of doing the right thing, and they would prefer the truth, and they would like to, you know, they all tell you that they would like to shine the light of truth on a situation and let you know the real deal of what's going on, but that's not reality in any way. I've been on YouTube long enough to know that most everything that you get is as carefully crafted of a narrative as something that you would see at a fucking theater. I I am not exaggerating. I've seen the people sit down and craft the narratives. I've seen the people get into voice chats. I've seen the people make private Discord. I've seen these people do all this shit to make their narrative, to decide that something is going to be real, to will a story into existence. I've seen it happen. I could have made the choice to be like, yeah, I will go along with that. And I would have benefited. I chose not to. Now, if you choose to do this and all these people go along with it with you, well, now you have a machine. You just sit there and keep passing the stories round and round, keep the topic fresh, no matter what happens. Best example of this I can tell you is Susie Lou, when she was able to put out a fucking tweet and every one of them could make a video about it. Oh God, they were so happy. But now they know that if they ever bring it up again, it's like, why are you talking about that? It's been a year. Da, da, da. Like, it was their big thing, but they don't get the grace period that Ralph got with somebody like Mundane Matt. They're not getting that grace period because it just doesn't work that way. Not on mainstream YouTube. With Ralph, he went from D Live to Streamy to all these other places, telling everybody how he took out Mundane Matt, and he could keep telling the story because he's on a different place. But they can't keep telling people the same story of taking out Susie Lou, especially when they didn't take her out, and now she's doing better than she's ever done. It doesn't work. The story doesn't fly. So, I don't know, man.
Yeah, she really evolved. Like, they wanted to get her off YouTube, but probably not in this way. She evolved to the point where she no longer needs YouTube.
YouTube is supplemental income to her now.
Yeah.
Now she's making way more money. Good job. And she has more subscribers on YouTube than she ever had.
Good job.
I mean, yeah, slam dunk, guys. I don't know. Again, does that change anything for any of us over here? No. Should it? I don't know. I don't know how that shit should go. Fucking the more important part though is does it? And it doesn't really. It doesn't. I don't know. The truth is not necessarily the most lucrative or the most rewarding path to take.
Well, unfortunately, no, it's not. I mean,
But
especially
it
when
makes shit a
you...
lot easier.
Well,
Like
yeah,
away from it.
life
Yeah,
is...
makes life easier. You can go to bed easier. You can wake up and do shit in the morning a lot easier. You don't
Clear
have to fucking...
conscience, you don't have to keep track of lies or narratives or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I don't even really remember have to remember what I said last week, because my opinion is going to be the same on it today, even on a completely different subject.
There's some
One
really
of the
good
benefits of not being full of shit.
One of them.
I mean, like, there was people were like full of shit about Kraut for quite some time. They were full of shit about Matt. It seems like they were full of shit about Susie Lou. It's fucking lie about people online, make a buck online. Seems pretty hey kids, you want some clout? Just one or two lies away.
I don't know. Maybe we will eventually see a different end of this thing where people are not as fucking invested in random narratives going against any YouTuber with a sub count that they can see. And there will be much more incentive for people to just be honest, just do that shit. It'd be such a better place. Manufacturing up all this shit for people to have a go at other people about all the time. For one, YouTube's made it far too lucrative. Like, it is too lucrative to just make some shit up and run with it and hope that your big number never catches it, you know, like you make it a big story with your big number, you run with it with the big number, you get a few more people added to the number and you move on quickly.
I mean, like, think about it. What's the big number gonna do? They're gonna talk about you, you know, like introduce your brand to millions or thousands of subscribers.
No. We're at the point where even if they get angry and like tweet out the show and shit, they always block out the channel name. Like, they do not want people to know we exist. Does not do them any benefit for people to know we exist. Like, they just block that out, and that's fine. Totally legal. But that kind of has to be the thing that you're able to take to the bank on it. Is that, I mean, yeah, you're not going to get paid as much for telling the truth about any of these situations. People tend to not really like the truth of these situations. It's far less sensational. Usually.
Yeah, well, there's some nobody bringing up right now that they beg to differ on the truth being less lucrative. That's all that they do on their channel, research and present the research. It's not hard to do, moral compass, blah blah blah. But
no, if you do something like a research channel, that's fine. But when you're talking about topics of people and the way that people get bias about other people and the way that people have an inherent grudge against anyone with any kind of success, and then you see that most of these people equate a number beside a name to success, that's when it gets different. That's what it gets totally different then.
It gets real.
I don't know if shit gets
Keeping it
real. I
real
think
goes
that's when
wrong.
shit gets fake. I think that's where it really gets fake, is when you're talking about people. I could throw out like 5 or 6 examples of people who have been fucking railed against in the past year. It was over bullshit and it didn't fucking matter. But did that matter? Did it
People-
matter that it didn't matter? No, people eat that shit up because they want to have a go at anybody. And not just anybody. They want to have a go at anybody who has a number by their name.
People like to be mad. Like they really, really, really. If you
They like to be mad, and they like to be mad at people who they feel are relevant. People who they feel have a number by their name. They want to feel like they can land a blow on somebody like that. They feel like they're bringing them down a peg. They feel like they're bringing them down to their level or whatever. Like that's how people view this weird online, looking at a screen, people exist behind it kind of thing relationship.
I don't. I would probably say that I think the people who really want to land those blows are the clout chasers. Most of the people viewing are just sheep. But what do I know?
What do you think
Of
You said what
the,
other people think about it. What do you think about it?
I think it's full of. I think that under like, if you most times if you like understand a situation, a lot of the times it's like a lot of these issues. There's nothing really that there's nothing really to get angry about. A lot of the things that sort of blow up online, and what the message that's sold isn't really understanding. It's a lot of the time the messaging or the way it's framed is in a way to make you angry, or to like direct make you feel something about people who probably about something that really just shouldn't matter, just so someone can make a dime off it. Because if they can like emotionally engage you into like one of these into whatever they're talking about at the time, then they've got you hooked on like their content. You're angry about this person, fuck this person, you'll be watching that next video. Hell, you may even click on some of those ads. So I would say that the truth doesn't really sell. Anger sells. Lies sell.
Righteous
Dishonest.
indignation.
Yeah.
That'll sell.
There's reasons why that's been the standard in marketing for a long time. Lies, bullshit, misinformation. There's a reason why those sorts of people are usually the ones that climb the ladder to corporate success. Like, yes, there's always the outlier where, okay, you can make a brand on honesty, doing the right thing and all that, and I respect that, but unfortunately the world that we live in, it really does incentivize the negative parts of humanity.
Well,
Like the whole sex sells, and people, tabloids will run a story. They only want to run scandalous stories, and the news has been accused of doing that thing also over periods of time. Like there was a time when they would only run stories that were critical of certain groups. Like that the groups switch over time. The tactics haven't. Right, they used to, like 20 years ago, every time you turn on cops, they would be, targeting one particular demographic. Because that's what was selling. Whereas when you look at advertising today, it's a completely other different demographic that's being targeted for disapproval.
wow.
People want a common enemy, someone to hate.
Yeah. People like to be pointed in a direction and told who they don't need to like. That people don't like to hear it, but they're so easily fucking hurted.
It's not so much people. Yeah, it's true. They don't like
It
to
is
hear it.
people, though, and this isn't a shot at any one individual, because I guarantee you, every single person alive has, myself included, has fallen afoul of our human nature, and that's what it is. It's just human nature to be like that.
To be like which?
To want to be a part of a group. You know, the whole mob mentality, the sheep thing, like that all comes from our own need to have social standing, be a part of a group, get along. Like, these are things that were crucial to our survival for thousands of years. Like, if you did not get along with the group, you were exiled from the village, off into the wilderness. So sometimes people would go along with some horrendous shit. And you could say that would be why why certain good people did nothing under certain horrific regimes in history. Not necessarily because they were bad people, but just the human nature aspect of needing to coexist with your environment.
Needing to be part of the machine.
Well,
There's a lot of people who feel that need.
I honestly feel
it's a biological human need, because, like, for thousands of years, exile from the herd meant death. Literally. Like, the reason why we have developed language is so that we can communicate ideas, thoughts, plans about the past, the future, the present, concepts. This is the thing that has set us apart from other animals. And the whole reason we did that is because we were not as physically strong or whatever as some of our primate ancestors, according to modern science. So we developed these things, these other mechanisms, like speech, because we weren't the strongest monkeys in the tree. So we needed to plan a way on how to beat out the competition. So, being social creatures, all that sort of stuff, being part of a group, a tribe, it's... What the fuck? Jesus Christ, leader.
What are you Jesus Christing it, leader, about?
I don't know, I was just mid-sentence, and leader fucking put that thing that he put in normal, and now...
What did he do? What do you do, leader? He had a speech going. What do you do?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to put it in there. I didn't want to distract from him. I was being good.
Fucking
I just
humanity
thought it was
is...
funny.
Forget everything I just said. It was all a mistake. Let's go back to the trees and stop talking.
God damn. On another lighter note, your friend Vortex has showed up.
Oh, hey, Vortex.
You think they recovered after yesterday?
I'm sure he's doing fine. He doesn't seem like he's a douchebag that's, full of shit. He seems kind of reasonable, willing to have a look at different sides. And people like that, they're going to be okay. Because we've all been on the wrong side or in the wrong crowd at some point in our life. Or, bought into somebody's bullshit. I've done it, you've done it.
Yeah.
But
everybody's believed somebody and then been wrong. That's one of the biggest things that always irks me when people act like that I'm Alex guy is the Antichrist. is like, okay, well, what did he do? Well, one of his friends told him this thing and it wasn't true, and he believed it, and he said something about it, and turned out to not be. Oh, so he believed one of his friends?
Yeah. No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Nobody's ever
he's
done that
he.
before. This is
Yeah,
a first
what
for
is the
humanity.
issue? How did that get blown up into what it was blown up? I will never get that.
I mean,
It
didn't
was just that he had a number by his name, and people wanted to have a go at him.
he even like admit fault? Say, hey, yeah, I was wrong about this thing. I believe my friend when I shouldn't
I
have. I
don't
should have
even
vetted, yada
know.
yada.
I don't even know. But when you have two friends, and one of them says one thing, and the other says another, you got to pick one. You might pick wrong, right?
It happens.
I mean, I don't know. It was a thing. I've heard that it was mainly because Keemstar was pushing it. Because he hates
No.
I'm Alex for having something to do with shit forever ago that got the Keemstar. I don't fucking remember. But that shit makes no sense how they blew that shit up like they did. And how right now you have them accusing Brit Bong of sending around child porn. John Swan accusing a little kid of being a pedophile. Just all this shit happening. And none of them connect that. If this was anybody else, they all would have made 90 videos on it by now.
This is true. If this was anyone else, that'd be worst person alert. Oh, we got a bad. Stop the train. Hold the phones. We got a bad person in town.
I think that's
Someone
the
quick.
biggest problem with the whole thing, man. When they have to sit down and figure out one day that they hate them. That if they walked up to them, they would fucking despise them. They would make endless videos on them if they were them by any other name. That's something they have to come to grips with. That if they ever had to meet them by any other name but their own, they would hate that person. That's a realization that I will never have to deal with. That's something that I don't know many people will ever have to deal with, but I know they would. I know
Apparently,
they would
we're
hate themselves if they ever had to fucking hang out with themselves. Okay, what were you saying?
I said, apparently we're being corrected. The I'm Alex situation was in fact the Slazo situation.
Hold on, I'm Alex is like more than just Slazo.
I don't know. That's just what a Vortex in a chat said. All right.
Oh, okay, well then, Vortex. I mean,
And
like,
they're my
I'm
friend,
Alex.
and I believe them, and there's nothing wrong with that.
There you go. He believes his friend Vortex. Is that so wrong, leader?
It's alright. I'm not gonna. I don't hate acting.
You gotta drag me up to Golgotha for that, leader.
It's all good. It's all right, buddy. Listen, you can be wrong around me. Everyone can be wrong around me. I don't care. It's all good.
Oh my god.
Thanks,
You
leader.
can still be friends. Let me do it.
Thanks.
When the laugh turns into a wheeze, turns into a cough.
Dude, I actually
Death's door.
I was I've been managing. I got some sleep like yesterday, so I think I'm doing okay right now.
Well, I'd hope so. You know,
if I could
people are
sleep,
supposed to do that every day.
I wasn't sleeping. I was honestly not sleeping. I just lay down and start coughing, and then worried I'd like wake up at one point. You know, just not being able to breathe. So
It sounds like pneumonia. Did you get that fucking test?
I got several tests, dude. Haven't even done all the tests yet.
Did they find an IQ?
No.
They were looking for that.
He did it.
Maybe it was too big. We needed to like zoom out some, you know what I mean?
Guys, off the charts. Can't even map it.
So big.
There's too many wrinkles.
The wrinkliest brain. Okay. Other thing. And maybe could end up being the roundabout last thing. Maybe. I don't know. It could be. So, well, I don't know if I should pose this one to the chat or maybe it's easier to do and talk more real time. But if you looked at YouTube and the way that you see everything happen, what kind of movie would you classify it as?
Depends on
A
who I'm
comedy?
watching.
Titanic.
I mean, some of
Comedy,
the
a tragedy? What
I
is
think
it?
it's Titanic.
There were tits in Titanic.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, some of the people that have come by, the way they become obsessed, maybe some sort of trashy rom-com.
Mm. Me, I look around at it. I see a whole lot of tragedy. You know, when I got onto YouTube, I was the only one whose goal wasn't to be a YouTuber out of that group.
You just wanted to chill and have fun.
Well, no, I was gonna give the fucking channel and show and shit away. I was giving that away after a certain period of time. I was just gonna give it to failure. That was the original plan. And then it got to where I couldn't stand failure, and you know, just a fat piece of shit. But
I'm sorry.
I still like it. Never really the whole goal thing. But if I remember, all the people who were around that, they're all gone. Not YouTubers. They can't even have YouTube channels. They fucked off into oblivion or whatever. But I'm still around. But I was the one who didn't really care to be. You know, like Ralph's goal in life was to be a YouTube star or some shit. Same thing with Andy. Same thing with failure. That was what they wanted to do. None of them can. And we now see another like generation of the same shit. And I hate to see it because they're way younger. So I would like for them to get more leeway. But at the same time, leaving them unchecked has made them so much worse. But then, you know, then they get checked, they clean up their act for about 5 minutes, and then they're right back to it. So
I gotta say.
Ren and
I gotta say.
Stimpy meets Macbeth.
Oh,
I gotta say,
God.
when they said that what was it that Augie called this person the N-word, if that's true, that strikes me so that just screams like, you know, what is it? What's your future goal, to be Ralph or something? Like go on the internet calling people like N-words and stuff. It's fucking horrible. What are you doing? If that's what he did, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, by the way, Jessica remembers that plan because she was like, I'd be like, you might come in one day and I won't be here anymore. And maybe I'll see you guys at the bar and shit like that. It's fucking, ugh. God, there's a paragraph on the. You guys, oh God, you guys raised those next generation kids. They were raised by their internet dads. You have to correct them. Oh God, no.
Listen, all I know is I just got to You know, whenever I do something wrong, I just ask myself, what would Medica do? Is the one true father figure from the internet.
And get dumped and go die somewhere. So what he said he'd do. So what he's doing, let him do it. But there's no like me correcting Augie. The last time I tried to talk to dude, just nope, we're not gonna do it. He just dipped out.
He's like, you were too low. He's like, you came in there just like chill. You know, you were chilled out, and he couldn't
I
deal
had
with
shit
it.
to do that day, so it was in the evening and around the time that I go to bed. So yeah.
Just
But
couldn't
he
deal
was
with
like shaking. Somebody showed me the video from it. Dude was shaking.
Yeah, because the
Like, he
first
was-
time you ever spoke to him, he got into a position where he flat out had to admit, yes, I am 100% wrong on this, but I'm going to double down anyway. I'm going to John Swan this shit. Fuck you. Sticking to it.
No, that probably had a lot to do with it. I think there's a thing to it that has to tie back to that weird post he made about how he hated all these people except for me and like one other person. I can't remember who it was.
You were supposed to be the chosen one.
And then
You were
first time
supposed
he
to
ever
bring
talked
balance
me-
to the commentary community, not destroy it.
Oh,
What even is balance?
I don't know. I don't know.
I hate you.
I guess we can hold out little bits of hope that they're going to get their shit together, but that's not something I see happening on the horizon. What could happen on the horizon is, I don't know, cool stuff probably away from the internet, because whenever we look to the internet, there tends to not be much cool stuff, just a bunch of fucking dopes doing dumb, dopey shit.
Occasionally there's stuff. I've heard of some cool.
Okay, fine. Hit me with the cool stuff. We got a little minute left. Go ahead. Hit me with the cool stuff right now. Let me hear cool stuff.
Well, apparently there's this great new show starting later on. You guys heard about that? Seen that one?
No.
Huh?
What is it?
Oh. Yeah, so that's a thing. That is that's starting tonight.
Didn't even know.
Yeah.
Decent. Patrick said, "Did you receive the what product? What product? Is he sending drugs to people's houses? Don't do that. That's bad." Fuck. I don't think Patrick's actually a drug dealer, though.
Yeah, he's just probably talking about the hard assist 9000.
Probably that. I have been rumored to be 3 feet tall. I've heard that. Oh, product meaning Augie's. Oh, fuck no. There was a good little advert there, Akujin. That was a good little advert. Didn't hate it. So that could be cool on the internet.
Yeah, that's happening later tonight. The Larry After Dark show.
Do you
Go
have
over
a
there and
time
subscribe if
other
you're
than-
interested in watching it. There's a link in chat.
Other than after dark, do you have a time?
7 p.m. CST.
7 p.m. Okay. Okay. Good shit.
So 4 hours from now.
Around now. About 4 hours from around. Not terrible. Okay. Good shit. Looking forward to it. So, just wondering, are you helping with it?
Me?
Are you helping any with the show?
Maybe around
Decent.
behind the scenes.
Decent. Good shit.
But it is Larry's show.
No, yeah, sure. I was just asking if you were doing any of the help with it.
Well, yeah,
Shit.
I'm gonna push her buttons, so to speak. If you get my
Oh.
drift.
Okay, well, you made it dirty. Good job. You did the thing. All right.
Oh, I mean, that doesn't have to be dirty. I mean, Akujin pushes my buttons all the time. What was with that accusatory tone there, huh? Fellas are mean.
This fucking guy over here telling people they're mean. Yeah, Manuel, you did. He made it weird. Good job. Not a big deal. All right. Before we get out, anything else, chat? Are there any other things? Patrick said, He really gonna sit there and think about it. All
Things
right,
that make you
fine.
go.
Let him think. Well, let him think. Let him think. I have Simpy for buttons now. That shit ain't right.
Never change, McGruff. Never change.
Leader, you begged him to push your button. Terrible. Terrible. That's submissive. And I'm not sure in what kind of way. Okay. I think we're at the end. Holy shit, what was that noise?
You guys hear something?
I did.
I think I hear that too. So is it like a chirping?
Okay, wasn't that? I heard something sound way
There it
louder.
is.
Oh, Xylee would like for someone to inspect the stools that we're selling. She doesn't want any recalls.
Look, these stools are 100% legit, sourced from all American materials, made by Americans for Americans. To order more than 2, you get 15% off with the promo code. The Height Assist 9000 coming. It's going to revolutionize the game. It's going to change the way people stand on things forever.
Forever.
You may
Forever.
you may be short in life, but you don't have to be short on time. Don't spend your life reaching. Get up there, get that stool, and get that coffee.
That's right! That's right! Get that coffee!
If he didn't end it there, it's
I
a
probably-
fucking crime. Oh my god!
Fuck!
See you guys later on Larry's show. Don't forget, 7 p.m.
Oh my god.